Conversion of Genesis. I've got things to pick up. Okay, so I doubt that's the Heavenly Principles because I'm pretty sure. No, wait. Wasn't the Heavenly Principles the thing that ordered the the angel goddess thing to attack us? Oh wow, there's a lot I didn't get yet. Shop. When did these come back online? 10 days. Whoops. 10 days, and this has another 3 days to go. Oh, that's an intertwine. I thought it was an acquaint.
Something you...
See, now that I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it, I like the I like the acquaint feints more.
Go on.
Yeah, that puts me at a solid 30.
Have my undivided attention.
Okay. What has opened up for me? Jian Yun. Okay. HR 140? Is that what you said? Or 130? 140. Let's go, baby! HR 140!
Staring at...
What? Actually, let me go back to Inazuma real quick. Did I get all I need to get for that event? No, I need 5 more anecdotes.
You'll like what you see.
So I should go ahead and get that out of the way. I really want new anecdotes. But I guess I'll just have to settle for not new anecdotes. Oh, whoops. Give me like a hot second real quick. Did the remote fall or something? Something's happening to my TV.
What could the children be up to?
Stop it. I messed up the, I laid on the, remote a little bit. Well, I didn't lay, I sat. Diona! Not at the tavern. Is your father not back from hunting yet? I haven't seen him. He's resting up at home right now. Nothing serious. The wind was a bit chilly and caught a cold. Scaredy cat. The fact that I'm pretty sure her boots have paw prints is adorable. I know I'm not reading this, I'm just trying to get through it. I don't think I have too many more days left on this thing. Because I am pretty sure... Yeah, 3 days. I think I could actually finish that tomorrow, maybe. I don't know.
Ah,
Are you back?
hi.
Uh, who the fuck was it that just popped in at the very end of that quest?
I wasn't watching.
Uh, the weird voice that popped into our heads? Talking about a vase and fate not being bendable? Are we doing stuff in the past? Great heals, thanks. I need 5 more of those. Okay, so that quest was great.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it a lot. What did you name your wanderer?
Niwa.
I named my wanderer Wanderer.
Nice.
I have a question, though. It's a burning curiosity. What happens if you call him the Balladeer?
I think you can.
Like, it stops you, or you can? Like, you cut off a little bit on the last... Huh?
It stops you. It won't let you name him Balladeer.
Okay,
Or Tsubakimono.
at least they had the forethought for that. I need 15 more for
You
those.
also can't name him Morax. You can't name him Barbados. You can't name him after the gods.
Your mic is a little bit staticky.
Yeah, 'cause I'm on my Xbox.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of names that you can't name them, and a lot of people make theories about that.
Okay, well, here's the thing. But I have 2 story quests that I can do. The one for Venti or the one for Zhongli. And why is it the one for...
Zhongli!
And why is it the one for Zhongli?
World boss.
No, if you hadn't have interrupted me. I was making a joke.
I know.
How dare you? I can't pet the puppy. The biggest atrocity in this game is that I can't pet the puppy. You know what I would like them to add to Genshin Impact? I don't want it to be permanent, but if you complete a story quest, for a short while after you complete the story quest, you get to play as the character from that story quest.
Yeah.
Kind of to give you like an idea of like how well they play and whether or not you want to try and pull for them.
Yeah.
Why can't I... That specific part of land would not let me get on, like, climb it. Okay, so I will say, Wanderer's attitude does rub me the wrong way a little bit, but he does seem to be more mellow.
Because he's just dead traumatized, not angry traumatized.
That's all fair. It just... I hate this area. I have to get to that thing. Why isn't there an easier way to get to this damn thing? That doesn't require me to pull a 5-star I can never get. Is this Geoculus here? Give to me the Geoculus. Is this a party boat? Okay, the lack of voice acting is definitely... Okay, at least they're not trying to kick me off the boat. They're trying to kick me off the boat. Challenge accepted. Okay, can I please go back up top? I will mingle after I grab the things I want to grab.
Your passion for treasure hunting is turning these chests into an endangered species.
Auroron makes dad jokes and I love it. Okay, time to... That's Zhongli right there.
Oh,
Zhongli.
I didn't think I would see you here.
I do like his voice.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable.
I find it funny that he's hanging out with an archaeologist, considering he's ancient history.
history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
Peak comedy. Are you proud?
Yes, yes I am. Okay, let's face it, he's hanging out with a bunch of archaeologists. This kind of just reinforces the joke.
I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views.
This good sir seems to not appreciate... What?
We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early
That does...
nations of that time.
This is a question that I think I asked Jade. Haha! Jester, somebody got banned.
Cast Mora in the entire
Ah,
continent of
castrate him.
Thank you.
World's very first
I don't know why I find that cathartic, but it's cathartic.
itself thousands of years ago.
Yes, castrate them.
According to my research,
It is done.
as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique
Something that you've asked Jade.
has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For perhaps the Qixing who
So Jade had made a comment when I was dealing with the whole Rex Lapis thing,
No.
was that
Research indicates that the first
it's like he didn't understand the value of Mora,
is
almost like he could make it himself. I'm wondering, was that a Gnosis thing, like a Gnosis power he had, or is that a thing he had as...
the world's first Mora would no doubt
That's just a
possess
him
the
thing.
strongest
I know, because, well, I mean, I don't know, I'm dumb. But like,
boldly expound on the newest
because he was talking like he couldn't make Mora after all was said and done, after he gave up his Gnosis.
this original Mora as
He
to enhance
morally can't make Mora.
dagger and a
He made Mora because he
by
saw
book
the
when it comes
humans
to read
wanting
the full story.
to trade with something
For now, I will only
that
believe the one who finds
had
the
the same value
supreme
all around
in the
because he
league.
saw the issue of
And the
people
one who finds
inflating the
sword
value of certain
may be
things.
crowned
Ah.
So he
healer
decided to
of
just
sorrow.
make something that had the same value
can't say I
all
agree.
across the board. And so he created Mora, and then he made a bunch
Let
of
us not
Mora,
speak of the authenticity of
taught
dagger and
the
sword
humans how to make Mora
But
so that
Mora
they can
and
make
money
their own Mora,
came about simply because they
and
are
just
a
taught the value
convenient
of
measure
said
a
Mora
contract's
to them.
value. Rex Lapis just
He
meant
could
for
make Mora
to
now if
serve
he
as a
wanted to,
catalyst for people
but
to
he
exchange and
respects
trade.
how the humans are
The
doing
world's
it,
first
and
Mora is probably
won't
just
do
an
so.
ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As
because
for
he wants
fate,
he doesn't want to be a god, he
same as
wants to
all
be
Moras,
a just
suspect.
an old
It
man
will
living out
simply
his
spend
life,
somewhere.
which includes being human and working for a living.
And being a broke-ass bitch.
Yes.
Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand,
So he
actually
absolutely has the ability still to make Mora if he really needed to.
That was what I was wondering, because he did make it sound like, at the end, because of a comment he made, Paimon was like, "So do you have a store of Mora that you have just in case?" And Zhongli was like, "You know what? That would be a very smart idea. I really wish I thought of that."
Yeah.
I know but little about
No,
history,
it's not because
and
he
I
lost the
wouldn't dare
Gnosis.
to
It's
brag,
just
but discussion is
before he
meaningless if everyone
committed
has
to
the same
no longer
opinion,
being
no?
the god.
Well then, answer me this.
That also just now raises another question about the
Where
Gnosis
are they
themselves.
constructed?
What the fuck is the point? Are they just giant fucking batteries?
The model home he used to teach them was
Well, I say
completely
giant, but
across from Mora, correct?
they're really
The
small.
gods all
That
had their
is
own
correct,
powers
indeed.
before they became an
Okay,
archon.
then tell me, why would the Lord of Geo do something so
They didn't become
extravagant
gods
if
because of the
not because
Gnosis.
of the
They were
mystical
gods
power that
already.
Mora contains?
That's what's making
At
me.
least
There's a
Chun-Li,
simple
A,
explanation,
and all
really.
them were.
To the god of wealth and commerce. What materialism
But a
is
Gnosis can make a person a god.
Oh,
They
Bec-
can, because
bec-
the Gnosis are the embodiment of the elemental power that the Dragon Sovereigns had, that was taken from the Dragon Sovereigns by Phanes, the one who created the heavenly principles, Celestia, all of it, who created humanity.
What was that name again? Because you cut off a little bit.
Phanes,
Phanes. Was that the person that fucking talked to us?
Phanes.
Was that the person that talked to us?
I don't know. I don't think so. People theorize that that's one of the witches of the Hexen Circle.
Oh.
But Phanes killed the Dragon Sovereigns, stole their power, put them in the Gnosis, and then eventually Celestia bestowed the Gnosis on the gods, who won fighting for the nation that they represented. For each of the Gnosis to become an Archon and have ultimate power over the other gods.
Was that before or after Conria?
The Archons before, long before.
Okay.
Long before. And the Archons are the single strongest things alive at this current point in time. Because they have their power, and they also have the Gnosis that embody pure elemental power from the Dragon Sovereigns.
Okay, so technically speaking, the Gnosis are literally just a type of battery.
Yeah,
Um,
they're cracked out battery, but they are also direct ties to Celestia.
So
They essentially, while they also empower the gods, they also leash the gods.
which is why Raiden gave hers up.
Yeah, I mean, Raiden, I don't think really cared about it. Yaimiko is the one that gave it over.
Yeah,
But
but
Yaimiko also said that Raiden wouldn't have cared.
well, that's what I mean. Like, well, no, I meant that Raiden gave it up because she didn't want to be leashed by the principals. That would explain that would explain why I can't remember if it was you or Jade. Somebody made a comment about how Venti gave his up, but made it look like he didn't.
I did.
Which
Because that's what it's theorized.
see, I don't know the
You
theories.
didn't- A person as strong as Venti didn't do shit to get it back. If he really wanted it, he could have taken it away from her. Easily.
Makes sense.
He didn't. He did not want it.
So, like, I'm not I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this MacGuffin thing in general. I've already made that clear, mainly because of how it's used as a story device. Of like, oh, we did all this work and we prevented the bad guy's plan. Oh, the bad guy still got the MacGuffin anyways. But the like,
Because they need to pretend.
the
If they don't
Gnosis.
pretend the heavenly principles.
So the Gnosis
'Cause
can.
the entire thing-
Sorry.
The heavenly principles are the things that keep them in line. The Gnosis are their ties to Celestia. The heavenly principles is the police that polices the Archons and the world when things don't go the way they're supposed to go.
So I'm right in thinking that the Heavenly Principles is that thing that attacked the Traveler and their sibling.
Not the woman, but what she was wielding it was.
The cubes?
Yes. That is the Heavenly Principles. That is the thing that destroyed Conria, if you pay attention to the cutscenes and illustrations that are shown. That is the Heavenly Principles.
See,
It is a giant weapon from Celestia.
I thought it was a person.
It might be. We don't know. That woman specifically is the sustainer of the Heavenly Principles.
Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know if that was told to me
That
or
is
if I
the
haven't
title.
gotten that far
think
in a
so.
story quest.
It's not explained in the story quest.
Okay.
I think it's in subtext and very, very deep reading.
Okay, if it's in deep reading and stuff like that, I don't mind hearing about it
Yeah.
because that helps me understand things a bit.
Everything with it. The sovereigns, Fanes, the sustainer of the Heavenly Principles, it's all in deep reading or like digging for information.
So like Dark Souls. Oh, fantastic.
I have some questions about archaeology.
What
I'm sure
gets
it'll be explained eventually, but
we aren't there
currently
yet
it's-
story wise.
Oh, it's no
yeah,
problem.
not at all.
But may my friend accompany us?
Of course.
What gets me about the Gnosis is that
Let's go.
so now that you've given me all that information, I'm starting to see some Shneznayan bullshittery going on. Saritsa, that's the name of it. The Saritsa is always gonna mess. I'm always gonna mess up the Saritsa's name. Where am I going? Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe's part of security. Well, that terrifies me. But so the Saritsa is so a theory that I've now crafted just because of all that you told me is that the Saritsa is gathering the Gnosis as a means to try and free the other Archons from being under the Heavenly Principle's thumb.
That is indeed a
So I have a question for you.
theory
Perhaps
for
you
it.
will
I
answer
don't
differently from
remember
other
specifically what it
scholars.
was,
Do you think
but I
that
know
the gods of the Jew are
one of
compelled
the
toward evil?
theories is that she
analyze
is
it in
collecting the
terms of good
Gnosis
versus
to
evil.
wage war
Rex
on
Lapis
Celestia,
placed great
to
importance on
use the
integrity of
power that they
contracts.
have, that
So any gods
Celestia
who
has to
fail
control the
certainly must have
gods
broken
and use
some
it
kind
against
of
it.
See,
contract.
I think that was actually hinted at in one of these
But when I was doing some
bits of
research,
story.
I learned about the legend
I think
of
it
the
was
so, yeah.
during. I think it was honestly during Leeway.
was a very kind god,
Mhm.
but she encountered
Um,
Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her. What? No way.
Don't look at him.
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear
Who did he backstab?
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
No, it's just... Where should I begin?
Is it just the lighting, or does his eye look 100% red?
Over here.
I
Mr.
can't see, I'm
I've been
not
looking
watching.
for you. So you're over here all this time.
I'm sorry, I have to get this out of my system. Toss him into the ocean. Now, what do you want?
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's reporting you to the Millilith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhang Li as my own consultant while I'm in town.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
Man, I love it when I need to find some ancient history, so I go to my local funeral parlor just to hire the main dude to help me find all the ancient history.
Absolutely.
What? How does that make sense?
I don't have a
I mean, in this game, it does make sense. In the game, it does make sense. Thinking about it too much, though, hurts my brain.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, archaeology. Can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
All right, Mr. Fatui man, I'm going to give you a chance here. But you stay between me and the ocean.
You should tag along too.
Because if you do anything I don't like, I'm throwing you into it.
Help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished,
The
it will
what?
still be a meaningful experience
What?
for your journey.
I'm sorry, what?
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this
The
friend
god
has
of
a
salt?
talent, surpassed by no one.
God of salt.
If this person wasn't an absolute sweat in everything they did and got super pissy whenever something didn't go their way, I am going to be extremely upset.
We'll absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at you.
Hero is gonna be upset.
Yes.
That is quite
That's not entirely true,
Well, let's go. There's no
but it's basically the persona I apparently am building.
was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently.
It absolutely is.
Interest was washed ashore.
Well, fight me.
Literally anything happens and it's just like, oh,
Traces
he's
of
gonna get
ancient
pissy about
activity
that.
Would be great, but a piece of the god's limb would be even better.
Irritable.
Who knows what surprises we may
Pissy is me dealing with the Fatui.
Little piss baby.
Why are you talking about yourself like that? That's not nice.
Little piss baby.
Why are you a piss baby?
Little piss baby.
Jester, why are you calling yourself a piss baby? I think we should stop using the word
Uh-huh.
before I get demonetized. I do think consecutive cursing does get hit still.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I think. Like,
I
I
wasn't
don't...
aware that piss and baby were curse words, but okay.
Well... baby might be a curse word. I don't know anymore with today's day and age.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
You clearly don't understand how archaeology works.
Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Just occur? How long ago did this guy think the battle happened?
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War.
I'm very confused.
Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock
Why?
into the sea here,
Just this guy's
crushing
mentality,
the vortex.
I guess.
How long ago do you think the battle took place?
So it was the Battle of the Gods, right?
Uh-huh.
That happened after Conria?
No.
That happened before Conria, so well over 500 years ago.
Thousands of years ago.
Okay. The Fatui guy just said a big battle happened here recently. Usually...
Yeah. Osile.
Huh?
Osile. And Based.
Oh, those battles. I thought he was talking about the Battle of the Gods. I was confused.
Many years of
Oh.
wind erosion. those
No,
stone
the God of
spears
Salt
have
died
turned
during
into
the Battle of the
unique rock
Gods.
formations
But if
we
he's
see
talking
now.
about the ruins being uncovered, it's because it's the Battle of Osile. It's just their way of being like, this is totally why you couldn't access the story quest until after you did this.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
Paimon, you literally were told this when we first got here. I'm not even exaggerating.
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size.
That terrifies me, actually.
Why?
So basically what he just said is we're seeing the spearheads.
But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, A god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created
I know what my
by the
issue is.
overlord of the vortex have
What?
given those sunken
I don't talk about the
objects a
stuff I
chance
like
to
as
thrive.
much as I talk about the stuff I dislike.
Yeah, that would be it.
I think that's part of how I was not how I was raised, how my environment
If we look carefully, we'll be able to get
affected
very,
me.
very rich.
Yeah.
because
That makes sense.
there's. I'm sorry. Did this guy literally just out himself? So you're saying if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich.
I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge.
I mean,
and
to be fair,
historical
most people
relevance.
who are searching
That's all I
ruins
seek in life.
in that kind of environment would be there for the treasure.
You are right. However, I should point out that this gentleman was very kind enough to keep himself between me and the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm throwing him in.
Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
I'll throw him in deep enough so he can swim back.
Okay then, I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
Probably because she doesn't get recognition for her work.
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the shore opposite from here. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks.
That's not elemental sight. What's wrong with me?
Following them should make our search much easier.
I forgot how to run.
Go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
I think I see a mark. Is it just me or is elemental sight lasting a lot longer than... Oh, it's because I wasn't moving. So I understand why they don't, but I would love it if Fatui members actually... Ouch! Actually, like, reacted to you using a Harbinger against them. Like, boss, why are you doing this to us?
That would be fun.
I do understand why they don't, though, because I'm frozen. That would require a little bit extra programming, and that's just kind of... I guess the proper word would be tedious, wouldn't it?
Depends on how they have it set up. It wouldn't be too tedious.
How did I miss this chest? I guarantee that I didn't miss this... Oh, it's because it's part of the quest. Okay, that's how I missed this chest. I do like that Arle's one spear attack, where she pulls the spear back, has the ability to bypass shields.
There are enemies here.
Yeah.
Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated. Renders still affect the area to this day.
What is your favorite enemy in this game?
To fight or to look at?
Yes, to both. Ouch.
I like the... fuck, I don't know.
What are you doing here, little
I
slime?
like how pretty the fucking... The Aramites are.
The Eremites are pretty cool, actually. I do like the way the Eremites look. Favorite boss to fight in this game?
I don't really have one.
What?
I just bad.
I think mechanic-wise, I like the glutton.
Gathering together here. But why?
Why are these here?
Object in the center. Perhaps it emits
Ouch.
the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them.
Stop it.
But the height
Ouch.
of mimic monsters. A contract. And must put my. It's just a stone slab. But its design.
That range for that attack is way too big.
Should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
Oh, here's a question. You know the... Wait, am I already where I'm at? Am I already where I'm supposed to be? Yes, I am. You know Oceanid and the Thunderbat?
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even
Sure.
recognize this or that. What are you good for?
What about him?
So they both share a skeleton, basically. Just with slight differentiations. Are there other elemental ones of those?
We all have our areas of expertise.
Not that I know of.
I already tried very hard to.
Because I've run into most of them, I think. I've run into most of the bosses already, I think. I think there's only a few I haven't touched.
Stop arguing.
Or that I haven't unlocked yet.
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist.
I don't
but
know
she
of any
doesn't even know
others.
anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her.
Okay, but there's different levels of field of science, buddy, including in archaeology. Like, there's paleontology, there's... Well, paleontology is the only one I know the name of, but there are experts who study ancient ruins over ancient bones.
She left me to rely solely
That's
on
archaeology.
experience.
Well, the whole thing is archaeology, but there's, like, fields in the middle, No, you're right.
I had a conversation with
You're-
a dude
you're-
who
you're
was
right.
studying
You're right.
archaeology, and
You're right.
it was very heated. I suggested dinosaurs. It's archaeology is civilizations, paleontology is dinosaurs.
You're right. Because I thought about it entomology-wise, and you're right. My brain's kind of running on fumes a little bit. I'm still recovering from the Wilds editing.
Just been researching the god of salt.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Yes.
I mean, isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
No. Can I steal your jacket?
Now, calm down.
I kind of want this man's jacket. Can I steal it, Jester?
Able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time.
By the way, I tabbed out into YouTube, and it's still on the Balladeer quest.
This stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods. Yes. This is good.
I really want to throw this man into the ocean.
Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power in it? Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs.
Isn't that anthropology?
But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
At that point, you're a treasure hunter.
Nonsense. I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear. If I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
I would laugh my absolute ass off if a Geo Pillar just came out of nowhere and yeeted this guy off a cliff.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber.
Oh no!
So unless you want to mess with the Qixing...
Oh, that's a thought I didn't have.
What?
I see. What a shame.
Some of these items we're finding belong to Ningguang.
See? You do want to sell these objects.
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded.
I mean, sorry, buddy, you're being the simple-minded one here.
All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Salterai next.
As a song that I've been listening to recently said, excuses sound best to the person who's making them up.
Absolutely.
I don't think I'm ready to increase my world level. What do you think, Jesser?
I think you should do it.
Should I do it right now, or should I continue the Zhongli quest?
Continue the quest.
Okay, I'm fine with either. Oh, remember how I inverted you vertically by accident?
Uh-huh.
You want to know why I did that?
Why?
Because apparently my dyslexia does not just affect my lefts and my rights. It affects my horizontals and verticals. What are these? How have I've run over here before. How have I not noticed these? Probably because I wasn't doing an archaeology quest. Oh wait, no, I haven't been over here. How do I know? Because I haven't faced these guys yet. Well, I'm handling a level 62 relatively well. Bye. I just yanked that man's dead corpse to face slide into the ground. Jeez. I feel so sorry for these ancient people. Is this where the boss is?
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Wait, doesn't that barrier prevent people from going in anyways?
Oh, that's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salterai.
Ha. Salt. Actually, you know what? That could kind of be an anagram for Salt Area.
However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of Salt. I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide.
I find the irony of that to be kind of funny.
So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
Does this woman have a hate boner for Morax? Paimon, we don't know that. We don't know
Who
that.
cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You are lucky we are in the middle of the continent.
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
You have no idea how right you are.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli said so, follow me then.
If I was just a little bit thinner, I could pull off a Zhongli cosplay. Where's the mechanism? Where's the mechanism? Where's the beef? Why is the mechanism all the way over here? Who makes a mechanism all the way over here? Wee.
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the God of Salt.
I know what this kind of
According to the
puzzle is.
inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
Yeah, the problem is the camera doesn't really give me much of a... Oh, wait. Stand here and do it here. There we go.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another? This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments.
So, Jester,
So you're saying they're related to all this?
if I do Path of Titan this weekend, which day would work better for you?
When I investigated the seal last time,
I mean, you know your schedule better than I do.
But
Tomorrow,
can we rid of all
probably.
the elemental monuments?
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order.
Alright, I'll see if I can get it on my PlayStation 5. If not, I'll probably have to get the launcher.
The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War.
Because if you're gonna be streaming at night, and I'm gonna be up until 2 a.m., I have class 8 a.m. on Mondays.
Ew.
So
That's horrible. Okay, we'll shoot
means
for
I'm
Monday.
up at 6.
We'll shoot for Monday. I mean, fuck my life. We'll shoot for Saturday. God damn it.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain didn't work.
You're good.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
These are all electro. I'm happy with that.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
This man does raise an interesting point. Why are the ancient puzzles so freaking weird?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have.
It's like they know the people of the future will find it and they just really want to fuck with them.
To the god of salt. To provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War. This benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad then. In the end, This peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
My dude.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north.
South, east, west, north. Got it.
With this clue, you should be able to solve.
Okay,
Let me lead the way from here.
hey, first I need to take care of these problem child. Okay, bye. Okay, so I need to start from this one. And oh my goodness! I have an electric archer. My favorite for these puzzles. Damn it. I do like that he can fire while floating in the air for a bit, so long as I have stamina. Haha.
Look! The seal really was broken. Mr.
Hooray!
Quite remarkable.
Oh, crap.
It was nothing.
Can Farina walk on water?
Now, it's time that people
Okay.
learn the hidden truth lost.
Are there any other characters that can walk on water?
No. Well,
It,
I mean,
freezing the water while you walk on it counts. Repeat that name? Sorry.
Kokomi.
Kokomi? Who is that? You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to look it up. Yep, that's not what I want.
Fish lady.
Fish. Priestess lady. From Inazuma. Okay, I wanted to make sure I had the character right. You're eating food right now, aren't you?
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyenstone Forest.
Okay. What?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
Because unfortunately, French fries are not filling for a day's worth of food. That's why I stole cookies.
Ah, okay. Also, Paimon, stop being greedy. We're not hurting for mortar right now.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
Then I guess you're not coming along.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Okay, that's fair.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition.
Zhongli holding the ultimate fuck you over their heads.
You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the god of salt should be...
Okay, I wanted to give this Fatui guy a chance. He's making it very difficult for me to give him a chance.
As they tend to do.
Is this natural for the Fatui?
It's natural for anyone who's even somewhat self-centered.
If you want me to agree...
I mean, that's fair. I'm just wondering, are all the Fatui this self-centered?
Mr. Zhongli.
I mean, Paimon's that self-centered.
Paimon's Fatui?
Probably. Let's be honest.
I still think that Fatui, or Paimon's like a part of Celestia or something like that.
If we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
I mean, what's he have to lose? He's no longer technically Morax. Treasure!
I'm keeping a lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
I adore my ice skating bitch. Sorry, ice skating? Roller skating. Oh no.
Rain outlines your fate. Laid bare.
I hate Geo so much. Okay, it's Noctilus Jade. It's Jade, but it's made from Noctilus.
I miss Jade.
I miss Jade too.
How dare that bitch sleep?
Oh, I was assuming she died. Bleh.
I mean, I don't know. She might have.
How goes the questing? Lucy, I'm glad you asked. The questing is going... Okay. Jester got cookies and didn't share, but that's fine.
Yes.
I'm not
I
hungry
am
for
poor,
cookies.
They are all that I have.
I'm also not hungry for cookies, so I'm not going to ask.
It was either cookies that I stole or Rice Krispies that I stole, so...
I honestly would have stole the cookies because the cookies are made from dough. What the fuck?
Well,
Jester.
there was also more cookies, so...
This is a person.
What is? I'm not looking at the stream. Remember, you gotta
Are
expose.
these
The,
statues?
statues of people made of salt.
These are people.
Oh yeah.
They were
Also,
probably
Lucy got a muffin.
followers of the god of salt.
Lucy!
What
I
in the
want
world
a
is hidden deep in this ruin?
Well, then just press the muffin button.
Oh.
Sorry, that was a DBZ abridged joke. I kind
Do
of...
I want to be a fluffy mipe or a skinny mipe?
A fluffy mipe or a what mipe?
I want to be a fluffy mipe.
What was the other option?
Skinny.
Skinny. Got it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want Zhongli a little bit. Mainly because of the meteor he summons.
He's a boss ass bitch.
Well, this boss ass bitch can't climb a fucking wall.
Bone fog. That's my mipe. Let's go.
Ooh, what sort of fucking edgy ass name is that?
There's a random name generator in the game, and I sometimes scroll through it to find really funny
Look at
fucking
this.
names, and I guess
Filled
Bone Fog
halfway with
works,
salt.
considering I'm probably gonna be using the Skull Mask skin, so...
Ah.
Just looks like
Might
a
as well.
fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
I want to punch your teeth down your throat, dude.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey, how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
I want to hurt this guy.
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Same thing, but never-ending gold?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight.
This man doesn't think ahead.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Also, not everyone wants salt. Take it from anybody I complain to. They want me to shut up after like 5 seconds. Oh, well, that's interesting. Zhongli's thing reacts to the these guys' thing.
Anything
Stop it.
that reacts with a geos construct works the same way as Ningguang's screen does too, because it's a geo construct.
I haven't done anything with Ningguang yet, but I really should.
Because like
Okay, I don't like the fact that I can't aim this.
the stuff.
Do I need to switch to fucking Traveler? Can I even switch to Traveler? I can't switch to Traveler. Fuck! Okay, I'm probably going to struggle on this. Because I'm trying to activate the switch. Okay, there we go. I got it. Please tell me I don't have any more of those. What does this do?
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
That's what a ruler is, yes.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
Okay, now that I'm actually struggling to find a use for.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice.
How? You have infinite salt, dude! And technically speaking, yes, you do have infinite salt with that thing, but you have a salt in chalice that you can just pour into a bag. That thing, you have to pick up the salt by hand, which will also probably be covered in dirt.
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick?
Okay, this man's just greedy.
And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you.
Famous last words!
Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because without him, you could die.
Because you agreed to a contract.
Welcome to Leeway.
Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Yeah, that's something... See, this is what I don't get about the Fatui in any way, shape, or form. When they leave their country, they no longer have the protection of the Tsaritsa. Although I'm not sure if they actually have any protection to begin with. But do they really think that they aren't going to be facing the consequences in other countries? I don't understand that mentality. I don't understand why so many Fatui have that mentality. Oh, he's one of them.
Quake!
Where did he go? Oh my goodness, he was so well hidden. Have another one.
Overruled.
I mean, I don't really know what else he could have been, but still, like...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Clement turned into one of the Pyro Fatui dudes.
Shocking.
You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
But, like, he was throwing a fit about, like, breaking a contract and being like, oh, that's your Liyue god. Well, actually, he was responding to Rex Lapis's statement of, if you break a contract, you will face the wrath of Rock. And Fatuidu was just like, oh, that's your Liyue god. I'm from Shiznaya. I blah, blah, blah.
Greed. There are many other things that may tempt us to break
Their
contracts.
literal belief
When
systems.
people see the object of their dreams,
It's not his fault for not
how many are
believing.
really
Well,
able
that's
to
fair,
fulfill
and I'm not dissing him for that. But my biggest like issue is that like, is it actually a part of their belief system where they can go to a different
Yes.
country and break the law?
that in truth,
That's not a
not
belief
a single
system.
member of this archaeological expedition
Because the amount
Being
of
Fatui doesn't equate to
Why do you
him
say that?
not believing in
Miss,
Rex Lapis's
you
words
lack
and
even
breaking
the most
contracts. That
basic
is
archaeological
Liyue's
knowledge.
belief system.
and can
well, the only
recognize
reason I
them
bring that
very
up is
simply.
because
And the
You
Fatui,
are an
the
expert when it
Shniznayan
comes to
people,
anything
they
regarding the god of
vehemently follow the
You
word
aren't
of the
interested in
Surtsa because that is
archaeology
their
or
belief
relics.
system.
yeah, that's fair. But what I mean is like, I'm bringing this up because in Sumeru,
Believe those
when
legends
Hypatia
about
was
the
about
god
to
of
be
Salt,
kidnapped by Amor
which
Fatui because
mentioned
of the
the
doctor's
Vulfhart
orders,
valley passed down between
the
generations
dudes
of genuine
of the Fatui
Okay,
were
that's enough.
trying to go into where Hypatia was,
You
but
already have a man
Tainari
with
was saying,
knowledge
no,
and
you can't
powers.
come in, this is currently closed off to everybody, and they were acting like they had a right to be there.
Because, again, you're forgetting the fact that the Doctor was in the Sage's ears, the ones who lead Sumeru, promising them fame and fortune in exchange for listening to what he says. They had every right to do it because the Doctor made the Sages do so. Or rather, the Sages agreed to give them power.
You mention it, the people of Leah
It's not that they forced it, they were given that power.
Still bugs me.
People just didn't know about it.
Our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him. But this is Morax's Leah after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart.
I agree with you on the first part, not the last part, lady. She said Morax has blood on his hands and guilt,
Didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
wait,
You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally,
no, blood on his hands and guilt in his heart.
but I must add, Leo is no longer Morax's Leo.
So he could have blood on his hand and guilt in his heart.
All the answers you seek lie ahead.
So never mind, I was wrong. Also, I'm sorry, that man is dumber than a box of rocks, the guy that futzed around and found out. Oh. Oh, wrong character.
Hurry! Before it goes away!
No, please, thank you, thank you. Okay, so do I need to aim this properly? Jester, can you look at my stream real quick?
Why?
I may have erred.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
I shouldn't be able to activate this, but I can. What? How did the hilly churls get in here? You know what? Probably. Don't worry, we're almost done. Oh no! I do hate these stone shield assholes. Nope, I'm trying to do this. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay.
Order guide you.
You know what? That's fine. Oh, there's more. Oh, you're immune to fire.
Go! You're free now!
Any more? Nope, he's not dead. Get back here. A shattered sword. Ew.
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword. This is proof. This proves that the god of salt had to fight back. Fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, she was defeated. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt. It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only one object per claim.
Okay, but who gets the other ones?
True. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
This logic. Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over.
Yeah, Paimon, this argument ain't gonna work.
How about you let this
He's gonna stick to the contract.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith. No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Oh boy.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the 7.
What?
During the Archon War,
Okay, but why would
the
she
gods
believe
of
you
this
about
world
this?
used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
Okay,
The
well,
sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt.
why are you believing him?
I only state the facts.
I mean, yeah, he says he only states the facts, which is a fair argument.
You are a follower of Morax. Don't try to trick me.
Why would it do?
Come back!
Indeed, Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment?
Okay, so
I
so
not want to tell her
Zhong
such
Li
cruel
told her the truth
contract
about what
was
happened with the
broken.
goddess of salt.
Let's follow her deeper into the ruin.
But why would she
There,
believe
I
him?
fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
I don't understand why she would believe him. So, like, she believes him to be a follower of Morax, which is not exactly truth.
What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
Some people have just been hateful for so long that when they finally get to be told otherwise, they just want to believe it.
That's fair, I guess. It's just, I don't know.
What are all these?
Not a bad story so far.
What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
Salt. Oh. Was she stabbed by her own people? There's this dude that looks like he's holding a sword. I don't think it was Rex that did it. Oh, she was betrayed by her people. That sucks. It's amazing how one little instance of... Now, I could be entirely wrong. I'm going to preface it by saying that. It's amazing how one little detail can tell just an amazingly massive story.
Yeah,
This is the scene of the crime,
they go further in detail about it, so
Harriet's
don't
body
worry about
dissipated,
losing out on
leaving
exposition.
nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day.
My only question is...
The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak
Oh, wait till
god
Zhongli's done talking.
could never protect anyone in wartime.
Did she really have enough power to saltify literally everybody in this building? Or ruin? That's mildly terrifying.
The
She
Archon
was a
was
god.
cruel in
Of
the
course she
extreme.
did.
I know, but the fact that, like, Zhongli... Well, then again, Zhongli is, like,
Agony of defeat.
up
I
there.
thought, perhaps
Uh,
it would be
Zhongli
better
is
to give
one
her a
of,
quick
if
release.
not the most powerful god.
Yeah, so
apparently.
so everybody's weak to him, technically speaking.
I think the only person that could be made argument that is stronger than Zhongli is Raiden.
Yeah, I can see that argument. Honestly, I think Raiden would come out on top with those two, because I don't think Raiden would hesitate in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
What about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed.
Okay, but, like, that argument, or that statement doesn't fly because of the people that were all the way in the freaking beginning.
Where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But
Obeisances.
they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end,
I'm gonna look up obeisances real quick.
for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't. This must be a lie.
Differential
False
respect.
history, all of it. Don't you dare try to shake my faith.
Okay, so she's reacting the way I thought she would.
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
He literally just killed a dude.
The
No, he
price
didn't.
She must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing.
The guy's still alive.
How she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now. Indeed, in ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well.
At least he's smart enough to take into account the weaker ones as well. And their
Faith in a
mistakes.
God who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Gullion-Stone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
What am I gonna fight here? What in Hell's Half Acre am I about to fight? I forget my buttons. It's a good thing I found this earlier. Makes traversing this area a whole hell of a lot easier. Okay, he wants me to climb. So, of the Archons that we've had so far, whose is your favorite story?
Raiden.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Raiden is just my favorite Archon.
I think it's still Nahida for me.
I really like Raiden. I want her so bad.
I don't think I want Nahida. Like,
I don't
the,
want
the,
I have no use for her.
the collector in me does want her because, you know, I like collecting things. I am a collector. I have over 4,000 fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Nice.
Not really. It's taking up way too much space in my bedroom.
Mentioned before that many gods
No,
of
nice.
old have been seen
Nope.
beneath the Gullion-Stone Forest. The Adepti have presently handed Leo over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Leo. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow.
Not King of the Hill.
I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear.
So here's what you do. You tell a bunch of people on some sort of platform what happened, and then you watch what happens.
Yeah.
You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world.
And I'm now reminded of my mortality again. Congratulations, game. You have done that at least 15 times to me.
Then a backup of sorts.
Yeah.
Exist for
Just in case you didn't know.
tides of Teyvat.
That was last stream.
Just in case you didn't know.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, It is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
Because that's where all the salt is.
This is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, overlord of the...
I look forward to when Fontaine finally makes a freaking submarine and somebody brings it over to Liyue and just finds all these relics in the water.
Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears.
No, so it wasn't just a Sile.
So long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now.
I forget.
May that which Havria...
Did Venti have unique eyes?
I don't know. Why?
So, Zhongli has unique eyes. Nahida has unique eyes.
Thus another spark of
I
divinity
feel like we did.
departs from
Farina has unique eyes.
my legacy shall now
It's
be
actually
left to
iffy
those
on
who
if
come
Venti
after
had
to
unique
debate.
eyes, just because Venti was one of the first, so...
And I can't remember if Raiden had unique eyes.
She does.
Okay, so there's that part of the story done. And I have 15 minutes left in stream.
I just call it. But
I-
Shangli Story 2 is where you get your boss.
Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and like get it and make sure it's available. But in my 15 minutes, I need to see if there's a boss I haven't fought yet. I do need to do the wow, that I just absolutely failed at talking there. I do need to do the Mist Island quest.
Good luck with that.
Well, I'm not doing that on stream. I'm doing that by myself, so I'm gonna end up hating myself
Yeah,
later.
good luck with that.
I'll end up hating myself later.
I hate that quest.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find my way into this area to get to this boss underwater. I'm so glad there's no oxygen bar. I would hate my life. Okay, where... Okay, I have no idea where I'm going. Oop, wait. I think I found it. Give me your crab powers. Ooh. A Hydroculus. Oh no, it's this thing. Fucking crab. Oh, that's hot water. Yeah, didn't I face one of these before? Emperor of Fire and Iron.
Oh. I know something else you could do.
What?
Ascend.
Oh yeah, I could. I will attempt that after I take care of this problem child.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I missing here?
Not too far now.
Okay, do I need like a water catalyst character in order to hit the things on his back?
Yes.
Rain outlines your fate.
Not a catalyst, but you'd be better off with element.
Laid bare. Rim cutter.
I think... Okay, I broke one of the claws. I think as long as I just assault the shit.
Farewell. Time to say hello.
I need to get better at knowing when to switch to Shinyu. Okay, there's the thing broken.
Laid bare. Witness my rise. Transfixed. Witness the power of good.
Okay. Crab dead. What did I get from the crab? Emperor's Resolution. Well, if I ever pull somebody who needs the Emperor's Resolution, I know where to get it. Okay, ascending is... Oh, he's back already! Oh, he's back already! Jester, why is he back already?
Yeah. Once you claim that flower, they respawn in under 3 seconds.
But the other ones didn't respawn that fast. The other ones, it took like 15 minutes.
They do now.
What was this update?
Recently.
Fuck you, Hoyo. God damn. Fucker's actively over here trying to get me killed.
Technically, it's the people that are bitching and whining about how long it takes getting it killed.
Current party level is lower than recommended. Oh well. See, I didn't really have too much of an issue with it, because all I would need to do is just go to another boss and fight it. And I wasn't really in a shortage of bosses that I needed to fight. I failed.
Yeah, but a lot of people tend to hard focus one character at a time.
I mean, that's fair. I do understand the necessity for that, because in a game like this, you kind of have to. Oh no. Not you icy bastards. Okay, if I can trigger the damn thing, it works well. The only issue I'm going to run into is if I can't beat it in the time limit I have.
That does tend to be the issue.
Okay, start with Auroron. Do this. Do this.
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
Okay, biggest problem child is gone. Okay, I have 2 more enemies to fight. Ouch.
Hear the echoes of the valley. Rim cutter. Witness my rise.
Okay, you're dead.
Time to say hello.
Almost perfect timing.
Let the mountain flames boil.
Shit. Come on, give me what I need. Give me what I need. There we go.
Everlasting as the moon.
Oh, wrong character. Oh, come on. Jester, I did it!
Ooh.
And I got the same message I've already had 50 million fucking times. Congratulations. This is what happens when you upgrade your world. Have fun with that. Okay, now there's something I can actually do now because of that. I can go over to Mondstadt very quickly because it's the closest area and I'm lazy. Because I'm adventure rank 55 now.
Yeah.
I swear, if I'm already at adventure rank 60 because of all that I've been doing.
No. Getting to 60 is insanely difficult.
What is this? Royal Pocket Watch. Oh. Sweet. What wishes did that give me? Oh, that gave me a lot of the acquaintance. Let's do some polls! I still can't believe I pulled Jean. I didn't get anything good out of that, but that's fine. Hello?
That was my phone.
Okay. I got very concerned for a second. Alright, let me buy these while it's still fresh in my mind. Because I'm going to forget. Damn it, I'm going to forget. Okay, what am I sitting at for time? Jade says that Lucy is a muffin.
Yeah.
You know what that means, Jester? You can eat him. For him.
No.
I'm going to go ahead and